Hello and good evening students, and welcome to today's daily quiz presented to you by Byjus Exam Prep IAS. So here is our first question. Which of the statements are true? The NIA takes up cases related to cross-border terrorism only. It is an executive body under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So we have taken this question because recently the NIA, National Investigation Agency, has attached 5 more assets in Delhi and Haryana, and these assets they belong to members of organized syndicates or gangs which are working in the northern part of the country. This has been done as a part of the ongoing probe by NIA against North India-based gangsters which are involved in various kinds of organized crimes like extortion and murder, including the murder of a very famous Punjabi singer Sidhu Moosewala. So of these, this is incorrect because it is not just talking about cross-border terrorism, it is also talking about the organized crimes that are taking place in India itself. This is also a wrong statement because it is a statutory body. It has been established under the NIA Act, which got implemented from 31st December 2008. So our correct answer over here is D. Now the next question. How many of the statements are true regarding 5G networks? It uses millimeter waves for the transmission of information. Its bandwidth and latency are lower than the 4G network. It has been rolled out all across the country. We have taken this question because an editorial in the Indian Express has focused upon how the rolling out of 5G will bring about a lot of challenges with regards to digital privacy and security in front of India. So 5G network, it is one step ahead of the 4th generation or the 4G network. Now 5G, it brings about wider bandwidths by expanding the usage of the available spectrum from sub 3 GHz that is used in 4G to 100 GHz and beyond. So 5G network, it can operate both on lower bands, for example sub 6 GHz band, as well as millimeter wave bands, and this will help in bringing extreme capacity, multi-gigabytes per second throughput and low latency in the 5G networks. So this is correct. Yes, millimeter waves are one of the waves that will be used by 5G network. This, however, is incorrect. Yes, the latency will be lower, that is the amount of time taken to transfer the data from one place to another. That will definitely be lower because 5G networks will be faster than the 4G network. However, the bandwidth, as we have already discussed, the bandwidth available in 5G network will be higher, and that will be responsible for reducing the latency. This is also incorrect. As of now, it has been rolled out in a few select cities, but it is expected by mid-2024 that it will be rolled out in the entire country. So our correct answer is A. Now the next question. How many of the statements are true regarding Nord Stream pipeline? It is an offshore gas pipeline network in Europe. It traverses via the Baltic Sea. Currently, it is not operational. So over here, so Nord Stream, it was a gas pipeline that was laid between Russia and Germany to export natural gas from Russia to Europe. Now last year, there have been multiple explosions that were detected on this pipeline which rendered it non-operational. Now apart from knowing about the Nord Stream, it is also essential that you know about the Baltic Sea. Now Baltic Sea is present in the northern side of Europe, and the countries which are surrounding the sea include Finland, Russia, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Germany, Denmark and Sweden. So UPSC is known to ask such questions, so please keep this in mind. So out of these statements, this is correct. This is also correct. However, what about this one? So the Nord Stream pipeline network, it includes Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2. So Nord Stream 2 was established to increase the capacity of Nord Stream 1 so that Russia could be able to export more amount of natural gas to Europe. However, due to the Russian-Ukraine war, Germany, which is one of the biggest recipient of the natural gas from Russia through this pipeline, it has halted this project. So as of now, it is not operational. Though one of the pipelines of Nord Stream 2, it has not been affected by the explosions, it can still operate. However, because Germany has halted the import of natural gas from this pipeline, this is not in operation. So the correct answer here is D. Now the next question, which of the following are used in a lithium-ion battery? Cobalt, copper, nickel, graphite. We have taken this question because recently a report has been published by economic think tank Global Trade Research Initiative with regards to electric vehicles in India. According to this report, as we increase the rollout of electric vehicles in our country, our dependence upon China for lithium will increase because these vehicles, they use lithium ion batteries. And China, it is one of the leading producers of lithium. Moreover, it has bought the largest lithium mines in Australia and South America. It processes 60% of the lithium produced globally. It also processes 65% of cobalt and 93% of manganese, which again are a part of these batteries. Also, very importantly, China produces 3 out of 4 lithium-ion batteries globally. So lithium-ion batteries, it is also mentioned over here that apart from lithium, they use cobalt, nickel, copper, graphite, and apart from that, other metals like steel, aluminium as well as plastics. So out of these, all the 4 are correct and our correct answer here is D. Now we come to a previous year question which was asked in 2020. Which of the following statements best describes the term social cost of carbon? It is a measure in monetary value of the long-term damage done by a ton of carbon dioxide emissions in a given year. Requirement of fossil fuels for a country to provide goods and services to its citizens based on the burning of those fuels. Efforts put in by a climate refugee to adapt to live in a new place. Contribution of an individual person to the carbon footprint on planet Earth. So social cost of carbon, it is actually an economic tool that is made available to the policy makers and other decision makers in order to make them understand the economic impacts of the decisions that would increase or decrease the emissions of the country. So SCC is the marginal cost of the impacts caused by emitting 1 extra ton of greenhouse gas in carbon dioxide equivalent at any point of time, inclusive of non-market impacts on environment and human health. So they are converting these non-economic cost into economic terms and trying to provide that cost to the policy makers. Now at a country level, right now, the social cost of carbon for India alone, it is estimated to be about $86 per ton of CO2. So at the current emission level, the Indian economy is losing about $210 billion annually. So out of these, the correct answer will be A. Now we come to the fact of the day, which is about Summit for Democracy. Now Summit for Democracy, it is an initiative led by the United States of America starting from 2021 to bring together various leaders from government, civil society and private sector to set an affirmative agenda for democratic renewal and to tackle the various threats that are faced by the democracies around the world right now. The summit first took place in December 2021 and it kicked off the year of action by the various participants to make democracies more responsive and resilient, and to build a broader community of partners committed to global democratic renewal. Under this, there is something called a cohort on election integrity. Now, India, through the Election Commission of India, is leading this democracy cohort on election integrity to share the knowledge, technical expertise, and India's experiences being the largest democracy of the world with other democracies of the world. The Election Commission of India, as a lead of this cohort, has also organized 4 training and capacity building programs between November 22 to March 23 under the cohort for more than 60 officials from 46 election management bodies all across the world. So up until now, as a leader of this democracy cohort on election integrity, India has conducted 3 international conferences, one in October-November 2022 on the topic of role, framework and capacity of election management bodies. Then the second one was on the theme of use of technology and elections integrity, hosted in January 2023. And the third one, it will be held on the topic of inclusive elections and elections integrity on 9th March 2023. So that is all about today's daily quiz. I hope you were able to understand all the concepts discussed over here. So do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more such content. Thank you very much and have a very good day ahead.